What's up, fanciest? Hello, Mark. Thank you. Hello, hello, Danster. Hello, Bruce. Thank you. Remnants from dinner. Hello, Danster. What's happening? Good evening, everyone. Welcome to the Wolverine office. Hope your week was good. Mine was all right. Got a lot done on my 727. I almost have it done, which is very encouraging. Now I need to get some money scratched up so I can start buying more parts for the engine. No, I am not currently drinking Pepsi out of the Pepsi mug. Oh, nice. Kim and Buffer working in the shop. What's happening, Glow? Actually, tonight I'm drinking water, Country Woods, but I am definitely a Pepsi guy. Man, Kim and Buff get more done in a few days than I get in the whole month in the shop. What's up, OG? Has anyone tried Pepsi Zero cream soda? No, I haven't. My boss at work brought in some Pepsi Zero cherries and cream soda, and man, that stuff was horrible. I drink it. I don't need all the sugar in my life. Not all Diet Pop is created equal, though. Mohawk, what's happening? Zero sodas are a sugar-free alternative. They're not diet, you're right, but they're a sugar-free alternative, and the zero sugar stuff is tailored more for the sugar pop drinkers. I don't know. I haven't seen the cream soda yet, but I'm not so I don't know. Pepsi free. I remember Pepsi free. That was a long time ago. Daster. Pepsi Zero cream soda. My wife and I make ice cream floats with it. Pretty tasty. Nice. I do 8 to 10 full flavor Pepsis a day. Back in the heyday, before I cared, I used to drink like 2 liters of Mountain Dew at a time. And I could drink at least two a day. And yeah, I don't need all that sugar in my life. I'm naturally hyperactive as it is, plus the dose of sugar and caffeine. Yeah. Ma! Actually, with most soda, it's not even sugar, it's high fructose corn syrup. I actually went out and checked out my truck and put a new tarp over my Fox body. Nice. Should run a fan underneath that Fox body to keep the air circulating underneath it. Hi, Faith. So, those tarps like to hold the moisture in. Fire brewed soda is delicious. I'll have to try it sometime. What is happening, Huberts? By the way, Hubert, 6% recycled sent a care package for you via me. I'll have to get it to you one of these days. I drink mostly Coke Zero, and a year after my diagnosis, I now weigh 324 pounds, but I am not diabetic. That's a good thing. I remember I remember Diet Crystal Pepsi. Yes, the stuff made me a Pepsi drinker. Crystal Pepsi was different. When they brought it back, I tried one just for nostalgia's sake, and I remembered I didn't like it. I'm not a fan of high amounts of carbonated beverage. Yes, I can see why. Because, all right, we got to do, there we go. I'd be out by me on Saturday, have 12 hours of OSHA training. Yay! Braden, hey bud, what's happening? Yeah, OSHA training. Yay! Pepsi is sort of a pure sugar sweetness where Coke has a hint of cinnamon. Coke has a bite at the end of it, and I believe that that bite comes from um, the phosphoric acid that's in Coke, and and I think it's that Coca-Cola bite that brings a Coke drinker back, but the same thing um, can be said for the nice caramel sweetness finish of a Pepsi, and I'd rather have that. The answer's rule number one. Hey, OSHA, hold my beer and watch this. Yeah, bug juice. Or belly, weren't they belly washers? I think they were belly washers. Yeah, those things were sugar with a little more sugar, and then just a pinch more sugar on top of the sugar, and then food coloring and like a drop of water. I find Pepsi too sweet. Hmm. I usually make the ocean manual burst into flames. Well, remember, come with me and you'll see in a world of OSHA violations. Coke Zero has to be cold. I'll just say no to Coke. This is a Pepsi household. As Coca-Cola products are actually considered contraband in this house. Oh yeah, I know, Wilburn. You absolutely snubbed the Pepsi I offered you at No Name. Not that I'm complaining. I understand. Yeah, I'm the same way. I no Coca-Cola, even though I do like Fresca. That's pretty good soda, but that's a Coca-Cola product, so I don't drink it. So Wilburn and I have something in common. We both had a grandfather that worked in the soda industry as competitors. Soft drink called Worms? Never heard of it. Stomp a mud hole. Oh, Grandpa Dougster would be 106. If he was alive, he'd be 106. Mm-hmm. 106. Moxie is the worst. Yes. Ooh, actually, I think we have a tie. What's worse, Moxie or Tab? Ugh, Tab. Ugh. Yeah, Moxie is definitely an acquired taste. I have dual bottles, so I drink Coke, but Mountain Dew keeps me just as entrenched in the Pepsi camp. Okay, I got that. Oh, what am I driving at No Name Nationals this year? Hey, I heard that uh you personally put a big push forward for me, so thanks to you and the Braden Army that helped me out the other night. I'm very appreciative. Um it all depends on um it all depends on how finances go and if I can scrape enough cash. I don't know if Shop Truck's going to be ready for No Name. It would be sweet if it were, but I think I can at least. Well, I almost have my automatic together. I'm gonna have to order a flex. I'm gonna have to get a different flex plate. I need a 10-inch flex plate. I have an 11. I just found that out tonight, and so I need a different flex plate. Um, and then I need some fluid, and then I can get the converter juiced up and tossed in the transmission. So the transmission will be ready. Oh, that's right. You have that valve body. I'll have to get that other valve body out of my other automatic, and we'll have to make a trade. That's right. You've got that reverse manual valve body. It's probably a cheetah valve body. Yeah, well, Squirt is a grapefruit soda, and that's probably the reason why it messes with your medication, Mohawk, because um Hulkster, what's happening from the top rope? Mellow Yellow is so bad for heartburn. Who on earth drinks Mellow Yellow? Of all the people I know one person, one who is a Mellow Yellow guy, and he's hardcore Mellow Yellow. And I don't know. He. I told him, "You drink a Mountain Dew, wouldn't you?" And he goes, "Hell no, I don't want no Mountain Dew. I want Mellow Yellow." I'm like, "You're the only person I know." Like Mellow Yellow usually is something that you drink when you don't have Mountain Dew. Miss Vault and Original Surge. People used to drink the heck out of Vault Surge. I take it or leave it. I never really drank either of those. They don't make Mellow Yellow anymore. I bet they do. What's your feeling on RC Cola? RC's pretty good. I'd rather have a Pepsi over an RC, but cold RC ain't that bad. Mountain Dew is like the non-alcohol top knockoff drink of the trailer park. This little down-home gas station right down the street from the house I grew up in, they had a in their pop cooler where the Pepsi is, they have like a shelf of a few slots of this drink, a few slots of this drink, and Pepsi. They have 3 shelves for 20-ounce Mountain Dews. And the ladies have to stop halfway through their morning and run back in the cooler and stock up on Mountain Dew 20 ounces so they don't run out. The Mountain Dew 20 ounces fly out the door. I have 2 drag cars. My Camaro is turnkey, but my Malibu is a rolling chassis. I've owned both for a very long time. I can't cross the border with either. I haven't transferred the titles. Well, geez, Mark, you got a long drive to No Name. Mountain Dew mouth? Yeah. Yeah, I've seen Mountain Dew mouth. Yeah, your teeth just rot out of your head because of all the sugar and all the acid, and it attacks the enamel on your teeth. I've seen Mountain Dew mouth. I've seen that firsthand. Okay, 6 ounces at a time. The little 7 ouncers. I'd be really impressed if I could make Shop Truck run and lot drive, because Shop Truck has all new brakes all the way around it, new calipers, wheel cylinders, brake pads, drums, discs, stainless steel brake lines. So the braking system's new, and I haven't juiced it up. I'd really like it if I could have the drive line slammed into my truck and lot driving. Mountain Dew mouth is just as bad as oral hygiene and meth. Yeah, then a lot of them drink Mountain Dew. You're right. No many nationals have a quad race. I mean, you're welcome to bring. Wilburn told me I could bring a drag motorcycle if I wanted to and run it at No Name, which I do have a drag bike idea, but maybe I'll build one someday, or I'll find one. Oh, never mind. Wow, Professor P's here. Welcome, Professor. Chassis is ready. Chassis is ready. Cab is on to stay now. Yes, I have 3 of the cab mounts in, and I have to put the 4th cab mount in and then just bolt her home. So the cab is 3/4 of the way secured on the chassis. The box is loose as of right now. Quads are a problem last year and had nothing to do with our community. Gotcha. At the track in particular. I know one thing, I will not have a drag snowmobile. I've seen too many guys go to the great beyond on those things. No way. Main Street Mopar, welcome. Okay. Individual channels want to bring in race quads. That's fine. I would recommend an extended swing arm on the quad, because those things, if they hook, they want to wheelie right now. if two-stroke Kawasaki stuff wasn't so blessed expensive, I'd love to build a drag bike with a 750 two-stroke Kawasaki engine. I love those engines. Those things are awesome. Or wheelie bars, yeah. Nope, I will not run. I will not run drag snowmobile on asphalt. Grass, sure. Snow, yes. Asphalt, absolutely not. I've seen too many guys wipe themselves out. No, I think a drag motorcycle with a big old slick out back and the expansion chambers the size of oxygen cylinders would be cool as crap. You've never ridden a snowmobile? Two-stroke 500 dirt bike, those things are fun. Those things are way fun. That's a lot of snort. That's a lot of snort. Last one I rode was a 91 KX 500. And wow, that thing was fast. You know, someone who raced dirt bikes, he got in a top end accident and barely got a scratch later. That year he flipped the bike and the start line and broke his arm. Yum. There's a guy out there. He raced cars too. His name was Russ Collins, and Russ Collins, he had the Topeka, the Santa Fe. It had three names: Topeka, Santa Fe, and something else. It was named after a rail line, and that had three. I want to say that had three supercharged CB750 engines on it, and then he said that bike was death. He almost killed himself every time he ran it. Then Russ wiped it out, and while he was healing up at the hospital, Russ Collins sketched up the Sorcerer, and the Sorcerer is a way cool drag bike. Like, Russ Collins was talking with a lot of the he was friends with a lot of Top Fuel. I think it was Top Fuel or Funny Car guys. Anyways, he was friends with a lot of drag racers. He was a Californian, and so he incorporated a lot of those guys' tech into his own drag motorcycles. And if you look at the Sorcerer, Russ Collins bike, the Sorcerer, it has a 671 blower in the center of it, but it's upside down, so it flows the other way, like it pulls in air from the bottom and pushes it out the top. And then it has two CB750 engines on either side of it, and they face away from each other. And they actually had to turn the heads, or one of the heads got turned around. They actually, old school stuff, where they actually took and cut up a head and re-welded it and then moved it around so it worked the other way. And that is a bad machine. So I'd love to have something like that, but I'll probably just run. Max, welcome. As many CB750 engines are as abundant as a CB750 engine is, and as easily buildable as the CB750 single overhead cam engines are, I'd probably build a drag bike out of that. But we'll see how it goes on four wheels. Then we'll worry about two, huh? Gen X, what's happening? Good to see you. Banger of a show this week. Oh, where's Kim and Buff? Faith, they're working in the shop. They're here listening to us. They're busy in the shop. Okay, what did Braden say? Best two-stroke dirt bikes from 1980 to 2000 motocross action magazines. 1980 500cc motocross scene legendary racers like Chuck Sun and Marty Moats. Kev, what's happening? So I got a lot of stuff done this week on my 727 automatic. I got the valve. I finished assembling the valve body last week, which was just putting the rooster comb and the detent spring and ball back on, and then finishing that up, and then putting the park rod back onto the rooster comb. And then last weekend, I got the transmission pan stud kit installed, and then I got what am I going to race? I'm going to run my mouth currently. Well, I have a hard rule. I don't race my daily driver, especially with my luck, the way my daily drivers have been going. So currently, I don't have nothing to race at No Name. Maybe that'll change. We'll see how the pennies fall between then and now. So I got the valve body installed. I put the filter extension on, and then new filter. And then Windy paid my entrance, which is awesome, so we'll see. I refuse to go into debt in any of my builds. So as I get a few bucks here and a few bucks there, I buy my parts. I had a 73 CB750 with a 76 CB750 engine on it. Guy bought it from Drag Race with a turbo. When I got it, it had 4 carb, which we figured we were probably from a 900cc. So no power taking off. Maybe. The CB750 engines are awesome. I have a 72 CB750, and my parents have been married almost 49 years. And the CB750 that I own, my dad owned before he was dating my mom. Or maybe when he was dating my mom. Not married her, dating. So, pretty cool. Fox Dude's seen my green CB750. The green bike with the gold stripe. I do love dirt bikes. In my dream motorcycle hoard, there's a Honda XL 500 in there, steel tank. Hey Dutch, what's happening? And it seemed to just start pulling when I hit the red line. I pushed it past the 9250 red line and buried the tach, approximately 12,000 RPM, and parked it after that, or I would not be here. Yeah. Moving into my new power chair, adding lights and all sorts of goodies. Nice. Range of 10 miles with this new power chair? Yeah. 10 miles, isn't that terrible? Or do you have that many goodies? Be styling now. Nice. We did a vertical live last night. We saw 3 new names. I guess they did not like the burning wood. Ah. Landon, good to see you, Cousin Mike. Cousin Mike was also instrumental in pushing me up over the top the other day. So thank you to the Cousin Mike and the Cousin Mike Army. Most appreciated. I appreciate everyone who took the time to get me over the 500 sub mark. So I'm very happy about that. Oh, the old chair only got 5 miles. New chair has lithium batteries. Holy crap. Kev doubled his range. Holy crap. Well, see, range anxiety is real with EVs. See? Owned a Gixxer 1100 Turbo for a short time. It was too much. I watched a buddy break both his legs hitting a car. Kind of ruined it for me. Yeah, yeah. One of my rules on riding my motorcycle is I got to do it 3 times better than anyone else. Nobody else is paying attention, so I got to pay extra attention. But I love riding my motorcycle. Love. My Honda Valkyrie is perfect for me. It's almost 100 horsepower. 10 miles is max for a wheelchair. Okay. We need to take like 2 motorcycles and put a platform in between them so Kev can take his power chair and pull it up on the platform, and then he starts up both the bikes and he drives it like a car so he can go out and cruise with us on a motorcycle. I could put a generator on it. That's right. Then it'd be like a hybrid. It'd be like a locomotive. You'd see Kev line up his chair and get it ready to go, and then you see him throttle up his generator and then take off under power. I'll be in Missouri for work this month for a week. I convinced my work to rent a Tesla for it. If I like it as much as I think, I'll trade my Challenger in for one. Wow. Just remember that when you buy the EV, that your man card, you have to check your man card at the door before you get in your EV. Only goes 8 to 10 miles an hour. Okay. Until a small trailer with a generator on it. Hybrid. There's a trike. Talk about Tesla. Block them. The transmission is almost done. Ken, engine parts still needed is I need a cam. I need hardened rock. I need a new set of rocker shafts. Valve springs, and I got to put in my ARP rod bolts in rear main seal. I want to put a acceleration deacceleration baffle in the oil pan. So I want to mod my oil pan, and then it's just engine assembly. I think at first that I'm going, because I've never run dual carbs before, so I've got a Performer RPM intake, and I'm just going to run one carb for a while and then sort the engine out, and then I'll go step up to the tunnel ram. I want Ram to quit teasing me about the Ram Charger. I'd trade the wife's truck for an EV truck any day. Okay. YouTube's acting up again. So I'm close on having the 413 done, like the blocks painted and all that other stuff. And of course, I've got gold anodized Moroso covers. Yeah. So that'll look good on top of the aluminum heads, on top of the orange block. Yeah. Get to see my brother on Thursday. Nice. Can you put the engine from the daily in the race truck for the race? 413 by 413. Yeah, that'd be a lot of, so I'd have to from the engine out of the daily, so that's I'd have to Hemi swap shop truck just to race, and then I'd have to take the engine out of shop truck and put it back in my pickup to go home. Wow. That's a lot of work. Walk my dogs in the power chair. So it's like a mule team when they're out and about. Yeah. Geez, you could almost put it in neutral and have the be like a dog sled. Mush, mush, mush. Get him in, teach him how to mush. Me and Dan are thinking on the same wavelength. My brother lives in Madison. He's coming to Appleton to visit. It's got a 9 1/4 in it, and I'd like to find myself a limited slip for the 9 1/4. Oh, Miles is doing just fine. The catster. Braden. Doug. Just Doug. Guy from my high school racing the Iditarod. Cool. Very cool. All right. I'm going to pour some water so do it that way we don't make Mex want to go pee. I'm going to mute the mic. All right. A moment of silence for Doug's water break. Well, if I pour it fast, Danster, then it slops water all over the place because it glugs. You should do a cheap car challenge for no name nationals. What do you think Shop Truck is? I'm part of the low butt club, y'all. It's Shop Truck is my cheap truck challenge. No, I wouldn't be opposed to doing that. Like how fast can you go for how little money? One guy I knew back in the day, he had a God, I think it was an 81 Camaro called Low Budget. And on the wing, like where it would say Trans Am if it was a Firebird, it said low budget and it had $100 bills hanging out of it. And he was doing like 12 flats or like 11, like either 12 flats or mid 11s for like $1,400, which I didn't think was that bad. Yeah, my shop truck is, well, I mean, not really, but there's a lot of used parts in being used in shop truck. I can't afford the new stuff, and so it's. I'm going to be painting the truck. I've done a frame off rest. I've done a frame off beater challenge like Cold War motors. That would be pretty cool. I wouldn't even be opposed to just running winter beats. Just have like an old car as a winter beater, like the guys do on Cold War motors. That reminded me, one time at the track, a guy showed up in a converted school bus to haul his Chevy 2 like Grumpy's toy. The car had carb trouble, so he borrowed the carb off the bus at day's end. That's my every daily driver. Rust buckets, yeah. I don't know. I think that the like cheap, like best bang for buck, going fast on the cheap. Even though I'm not a GM guy, it would probably be like a G body, a GMG body. Cheap car challenge race for under $1,500. Car has to be under 1,500. You have to pay under 1,500, and you guys should do a no name nationals race cheap car challenge. So you have to have 3,000. So you're saying it's a $3,000 or less challenge. 1,500 to build, 1,500 to buy the car. Clee's doing a beater budget class for no name nationals. Cool. My Oldsmobile wagon was rust free 2 years ago, and it's gotten that punky that fast, Kev. Damn. He takes the car back off the car and back onto the bus, then needed about 6 people to help push the car into the bus. Why didn't he just drive and take off the car? I don't know. $1,500 for the car, $1,500 in the nitrous kit. How come I know some guy will do that? $1,500 altogether? Man, with today's vehicle prices, well, you see, Braden, I like the spirit of where you're going, but if we're at no name nationals, these heaps of crap have to pass tech. It's got to be safe. So, yeah, I don't think we can find a beater for $1,500 for less than 15. So yeah, that's the only thing. I mean, we could probably get like a cheap old car for like $500 and dump $1,000 into it. But yeah, a lot of it would be just updating it to make it safe. Yeah, we gotta pass tech because Deke is the grand poobah of tech, and he ain't letting no. Well, he'll let a little bit of crap slide at first, but eventually he'll hold your feet to the fire. So yeah, it's got to be safe. What's the fastest you can run without a roll cage at no name? I don't know. The only they are here too, Mark. The only $500 cars around here are buddy deals. That's when one of your friends just decides to like you can have for 500. Oh, very cool. I was gonna go look once the weather started to get a little better. I was gonna go looking for those for you, cousin Mike. Excellent. Thanks, Barrow's Garage. Tim, what's happening? I think Lee just put a $2,000 cap in the beater class. That includes the price of the car. 13 quarter, maybe. I don't know. I need to get brushed up on all that stuff. Yeah, yeah. The days, God, when I was in high school or just out of high school, you could go buy a $500 car, put a little work into it, and drive it for 8, 9, 10 years. Those days are gone. Yeah, prices of everything have gotten insane. Then again, well, I just watched a short video the other day. Young buck, he's making like $5,000 or $6,000 a month working the oil fields out west. And Indecisive Tim is here. Happy Monday. And the guy's got a company truck that he drives to and from work, and he just got a taste of making some big money in his eyes, and he ran out and he bought himself a brand new Ford Raptor pickup. And this guy is sending out $3,000 a month between truck payment and insurance on this thing. His payment alone is $2,200 a month. I cannot believe that. Or you have a Honda class or an old Honda class where you could go no VTEC and you have a class with VTEC. Thanks, Goperino. Guy I know gave it to me. You might know him. How long is the loan term? The guy didn't say what the loan term was. I studied those rule books many moons ago. Buddy that did tech at the racetrack would sometimes ask me and also suggested I get my NRHA or a bronze tech license. I never looked into it. When the truck is repossessed, the guy will learn his lesson. Yeah. Loan terms have to be at least 6 years. Yeah, at least 6 years. I just Right, right. I highly doubt that young buck bought that thing on a 3 year. If you're buying it on 3 years, then you're putting down 50%. Because usually a 3 year term requires a 50% down payment. Old Mac, good to see you. What's happening? That's like three mortgage payments. I know, I know. And I do know this that there's a whole bunch of guys from my area that went out west to work the oil fields, and they if you don't live on supplied housing where it's like a big dorm, it's like a high school. Like there's cafeteria, there's a place to hang out, watch movies, and you've got your a little place to sleep. And if you don't live in supplied housing, they actually have houses, and it's there's two men to a house, and it's $2,000 a month per person, and the houses are furnished with furniture, appliances, cable, internet, everything you would want. And back then, the rent, this is probably close to 7 years ago now, but rent at that time was $2,000 a month. And then you lived with somebody else. So for that place, for between you two, you're paying out $4,000 a month. And they won't let you like get a camper in the back of a pickup truck and stuff like that. It's just insane out there. I refuse to pay more than for a car than my house. I'm totally with you on that one. 2,500 is the most I've ever paid, and 1,300 is the second most expensive. Too old for a car mortgage like that. My old Demon was paid for by 75, 96 a month for 3 years. That's why I'll probably never own a Hellcat. I paid $37K for my 2012 Ram new. That was $700 a month. Good God. Paid $40K on our house 40 years ago. She's paid off 10 years. 1149 with no cage, quarter mile NHRA. I rent a 3-bedroom, 2-bath house with room for my cars for $4,261.27 US. Okay, never mind. I think Max goofed up because he deleted it. Lady Dougster and I rented an apartment for a very, very long time. But it wasn't a dump, but it wasn't like the deluxe apartment. It was okay. And but the rent was cheap, and we had a uh 267.27 US, not 4K. 2,700 dollars a month. Good God. 3K a month. Man. Lady Dougster and I own this place and that we're in now, and our mortgage payment is very, very cheap compared to that. We're still less than 1,000 a month. And we're under 1,000, and we're paying extra on top so we can pay more on the principal. Heavens to Murgatroyd. Yeah, cheaper than rent. Yeah, I heard things out west where you guys were is just nuts in the housing department. Well, Dan IT, Dan the man, don't you guys got a pretty good parcel of property there at the new Gen X Empty Nesters HQ? Because here I've only got like half an acre, but it's better than a swift kick in the shorts. But so I don't have a lot of land, but I have a very spacious house. So I guess. Hi, Cora. Nuttier than squirrel poop. We have acre and a half. Woo! That's like 1.5 times more than what I got. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, Kev, same thing here. What we paid for this house and what it's worth now, it's staggering. It's like almost 2 times what we paid. It's now worth 2 times more than what we paid for it. And we've only lived here since 19. It's nuts. That's how Lady Dougster feels. That is a pretty good deal, Indecisive. That's a really good deal. The only real debt that we have, Lady Dougster and I have, we have a little bit of credit card debt, and I mean it is very small, like a couple $1,000. That's it. And then um we have other than that, no debt and a house payment. We drive paid for vehicles. Um never gotten Yeah, we try to I'm a cash only kind of guy. Like I pay cash outright for about everything or just pay for it outright. If I can't if I can't save up my money and pay outright for it, I don't need it. There's a lake really close to me, and you go through, and there's three kinds of people that live on that lake, and everyone's got beautiful homes lakefront. And so there's three kinds of people. You've got the people that inherited the old money, where grandpa and grandma and mom and dad had the lake house and they passed it to them. Then you've got the people who actually have a lot of money, and then you have the people who have a lot of debt. And I mean, I could only imagine how many people living there on the lake in their fancy house is like a paycheck away from losing it all. And I mean, they keep up with the Joneses. They've got the house on the lake, and they've got two newer cars in the driveway, and he's got a boat and a motorcycle and a snowmobile. And it's just, I don't know how they do it. And there's a lot of people on the lake there that like to drink a lot. I wonder why. They're probably stressed out because they can't hardly afford anything. I'm hoping that tax law changes this year. It's easy as heck to get back into debt. I try my damnedest to not be in debt. I refuse to be in debt. You don't have money by spending it. Not that I'm a spendthrift or anything like that, but still. Just like just like there's a casino nearby. I hardly ever go to the casino because there ain't that's just wasting your money. I don't play by Big Brother rules. I paid cash for everything. The girl in my bank couldn't believe that my credit score was only 73. D-Man, what's happening? Good to see you. Unless I win the lotto, I'll never buy a new truck or car. Even if I did win the lotto, I'd never buy a brand new car. It depreciates a third the second you light it up and take it off of the lot. I'll buy a 2-year used and let somebody else take the hit on that. Yeah, there's even if I had oodles and oodles of money, I'd still probably buy a 2-year used car. But my cat's on the windowsill looking out the window. Oh yeah. It was nice and sunny here at the Wolverine garage, and my cat was laying in the sunbeam recharging his solar batteries. Yeah, I don't buy lottery tickets. Once in a while. It used to be, if back in the days when you could pull up to the gas station and put the nozzle in your truck or car and let it fill, and then if it clicked on an even dollar amount, because it hardly ever happens, I'd buy myself a scratcher. But nowadays, it's always, I want this much on this pump. So, you're always putting, 50, 60, $70 in. So that doesn't work anymore. Can't tell you the last time I bought a scratcher. I get scratchers from my mother-in-law for Christmas. 120 bucks on one at Christmas time. My mother-in-law was happy as crap. Yep. I only buy used. Bought a new car, but a base model left over with simple options. Yep. Until I was late on a cable payment. No longer have cable. Yeah. I have just shy of 3 acres, split three ways, residential, commercial, and ag. With the ag section is all dense trees. Nice. Well, you got firewood. Bought two power balls a few years ago when it was up to 2 billion. They're getting evicted soon. Ha ha ha. Ward's allergic to cats. I see. Tell me some DNR stories you have, anybody. All right. So, a friend of mine's uncle was a DNR officer. He's now retired, and he is way up north. He's in Presque County, which is here. If this is the state of Michigan, Presque County is the last county you drive through before you hit the Mackinac Bridge. He's in Presque County, and he's driving around in summer at night because he was on nights, and he looks. There's a driveway, and the road is the house is at the bottom of a hill. That you drive down the driveway into the guy's house. The guy had poached a deer, and he was skinning it in his garage at night with the garage door open and the lights on. A DNR officer, he sees this, he pulls right up and gets out and talks to the guy. And the guy is all scared and stuff. And but he tells the DNR officer the truth. And he says, I did this out of necessity. He's like, I can't afford to feed my family, and I got mouths to feed, and this isn't like I didn't do this just for fun. I had no choice. I had to do this. And he goes, all right. He goes, I suggest you close your garage door. Have a good night. And he walked away, which, yeah, like the DNR here in Michigan, like you think a police officer's scary. Well, a police officer can just take away your freedom. A Michigan DNR officer, he can take everything from you. He can take your truck, he can take your boat, he can take your house and your freedom. So a game warden is a scary, scary, scary person for sure. But I thought that was pretty impressive that he let him go, because you don't hear about that very often. This is also a very long time ago, but things I'm sure are different these days. Yeah, luckily for him. Yeah. It's basically with the DNR. I've never had a problem with the DNR, but then again, I've always followed the rules. As long as you follow the rules and do things right, you're just fine. I've never had an issue all the years I've been hunting and stuff like that. Never had an issue. Hardly ever get checked by the fish cops, DNR. Hardly ever get checked by them. But just it feels good when you do get checked that you've got your ducks in a row. Then never had an issue. It's the people who are, trying to pull a fast one that usually end up losing up against the DNR. DNR is more authority than other departments like U.S. Marshals. Yeah. Guy that developed my property, raised a few cows in the back, and used the shop to build pallets. That's why my shop is so tall he could get a semi-trailer into it. Read 'em and weep, sir. Ohio's changed the system and no one has gotten their license. Ooh. There's a guy that I used to hang with. He was refurbishing the hardwood steel skids, like steel coils go on those pallets. He was reconditioning those. And I'll tell you what, ladies and gentlemen, he made a very handsome side income with that. He worked for a prime steel house too, so he was able to build pallets and then bring them to work and sell them to work. So not only was he working his normal hourly hours each week, plus he was selling the shop reconditioned pallets. He was doing well for himself, and all of the scrap wood that he was getting that he couldn't reuse in building pallets, he basically heated his shop for free, burning hardwood. So hell yeah. Doug, question. What can you put in a gift basket? Please give me ideas because I'm making a basket for Braden. Um, do you want me to tell you here? Because then Braden would know what's in the basket. Uh, and trust me, a DNR officer can pull you over and issue you a traffic ticket, but most won't bother you unless you're really being stupid. Yes, money? Yeah. Danster hit the nail on the head. Money. It's always the right color. It's always the right size. Yeah, money. Um, a good gift basket is if you know, like you know Braden pretty well, and if you know what a lot of his favorite things are, just get him a bunch of his favorite things. If he likes payday bars like I do, get him a bunch of little fun size paydays or stuff like that. Oh, funny casino stories. I have funny casino stories. But the most I've ever lost in the casino is, drum roll please, $20. I don't really gamble all that much. When the casino first came into town, I'd go there. My friends would go there. They drop hundreds of dollars, and I'd probably spend 10, $20, and I drink soda all night. I just hang with them, talk with them, watch them blow money, and I just people watch, drink soda, hang out with my friends, and but a friend of the family is Big Cheese with our township, and he's a great guy. He's a great guy, and his son-in-law one evening was out drinking at the casino, and they have a pretty hard rule because the casino never closes. So when 2 a.m. rolls around, they're pretty quick to go through and sweep everyone and get your either you got a drink that right now or give it to me kind of thing. And because they have to have the floor clear of all alcohol by this time, probably 2 a.m. And so the guy in the township, his son-in-law, got was already pretty tipsy and was upset that they wanted to take his drink away from him. And he started going off on the, do you know who my father-in-law is kind of thing. And he royally showed his ass that night. And the worst part of all was because this guy actually, the father-in-law, he actually talks to and does business with a lot of the big cheeses for the casino. And so one particular day after this incident, he's there and they bring him in the back and they show him the security footage of his son-in-law being an absolute pain in the butt and throwing out names and saying how because of my father-in-law you guys are going to rue the day and blah 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 blah. And yeah, and which is really sad because the high ranking township guy is just one of the best people ever. So yeah, one of those people where you don't want to put egg on his face. Yeah, good job, son-in-law. Only gambling I love is tossing quarters against the wall. That and playing pool over a beer. I'm all for that. So the casino, when it first came to town, again, they had the first iteration of the casino. It's changed like four times. Now the casino's 15 years old. So this is probably when it was 5 years or less. And they had the biggest TV I've ever seen. Actually, the TV panels, each panel was like 3 feet by 3 feet, and it covered an entire wall of the north wall of the casino. It was the biggest TV I'd ever seen. And we would go there and we'd drink beer and we'd watch the Tiger game, and then we just hang out and slowly gamble. Um, yeah, our casino's on tribal grounds. Yes, and so we're sitting there and my friend showed me the trick where you just slowly gamble. Like the only time you cycle the machine is when you're just about to get kicked out. So we're having ourselves a good time. This lady sits down next to me at a machine and she slams 600 clams into the machine and gambles that to zero. Reaches in her purse, pulls out $300, puts that in the machine, runs that down to zero, and then um she puts on the call light, and an attendant comes over and holds the machine for her. She goes out to her car, comes back with another $300, and then gambles that to zero, and then gets up and the mascara's running and the tears are flowing, and I hear her say, "Oh my God, I just spent the house payment." And out the door she goes crying. And I just went, "Oh, that's so bad. Oh, that is so bad." My favorite is the quarter 25-cent slide machine. It's addictive. Of course it is. Everything about the casino is addictive. Where am I from? I'm from Michigan. Sounds like a song. I got here. I just got here. What did I miss? Everything. Penny slots for me. Yeah. Every so often I'll hit the slot machines. Coin pushers are cool. I like those at the fair. The one thing you notice when you hit the gambling floor at the casino is all the machines going off and doing their thing, is you get this noisy din, if that makes sense. Just the mixture of all the noises, and you just watch people. I like to people watch. So I'll go just get a beer and go around the casino and just people watch. And you always hear people say, "Oh, I go to the casino to relax, and that's my happy time. That's my me time." Well, I'll tell you this right now. Judging by how people hold themselves, how people act, and how people are just are, they're not relaxed. There is a matter of fact, um, as a matter of fact, they're far from relaxed. They're stressed because they're losing. Used to get free drinks in casinos. Okay, the casinos, not in our area, but the casinos up north, like in the Upper Peninsula and in the Upper Lower Peninsula. If you're gambling, you're drinking for free at some of the casinos up north, but not around here. So as long as you're spending money, they're feeding you the booze because they want you to get drunk and not care and blow all your money. That's why. Say ya to the UP, eh? By golly. Oh yeah, them guys down there. Oh, ever heard of an outhouse race? Yeah. Eat too much Mexican food, and then with a house of five and one bathroom. That's the outhouse race. If I'm gonna drink and people watch, I make sure they're strippers. There is a in my area, um let's eat a bunch of hot peppers and see what happens. um there's a strip club by me, or not by me, it's up in Grand Rapids, and it's called Sensations. Now, Grand Rapids did away with all nudity, so the only thing that ladies strip down to are little bikinis. And but back in the day, Sensations used to be a topless bar, a full bar, and but no, but just topless. And my friend nicknamed it Frustrations instead of Sensations. That's another waste of money. I'm surprised they don't have a casino strip club. They do. Uh yeah, outlawed nudity. Yeah. So the strip clubs don't you can't get naked in strip clubs in Grand Rapids. You have to go outside of Grand Rapids to go to a to see nudity in a club. Wife played a couple machines, but they charged me $5 for a cup of coffee. Vegas has really changed. Absolutely. Does Wisconsin have any topless bars or topless strip clubs? I have no idea, Braden. I've never been to a Wisconsin bar. The only time I've ever bought alcohol in Wisconsin is at the local gas station to buy beer. I do know that in Windsor, Canada, which is right across the right next door to Detroit, in Windsor, Canada, there was a bar called Cheetahs, and Cheetahs was a full bar and fully nude, which is something you would never see here. If there's alcohol, there's no fully nude ladies, and usually, if they're fully nude, then it's just pop. Go to Flint, Pontiac, Detroit, Saginaw, or college dorm. College dorm. Gold Club in Atlanta was strip and casino. Probably why they aren't there anymore. Gold Club was nasty. Bills are stacking up. If you see me on the pole, mind your business and start throwing cash. No offense, Casey. I'll throw money at you just for you to put your clothes back on. Been to Cheetahs in Atlanta and Windsor. Yeah. Cheetahs in Windsor. I've heard a whole bunch of horror stories about that place. What's the worst drug population? Homeless, crackers. Where do they live? What city is most populated with them? Um, Grand Rapids has their share. I mean, every large city has their share of the homeless and the drug addicts, but I can't actually pinpoint a here on the west side of the state a specific place where it's the worst, because they there's good and bad in all of them. Whatever works. I-39 north of Madison is a parking lot big enough for big rigs. Ask me how I know how. Oh yeah, I call them picture slicers. Don't even finger stinger. Maybe 15 years ago, they the meth was really bad in this area, and a lot of bad stuff happened. And then, just like everything else, the methers, you know, fled from whatever area after they ruined everything, and they came here, and then they ran their agenda here until the law got wise to them, and they moved on to greener pastures, air quotes. So yeah, that meth is some nasty stuff. The day I got offered a generator, guy comes up, he's got more, he's just ticking real bad, and I was already on the fence talking to this guy, And he says to me, he goes, "You wouldn't be looking for a generator, would you?" Never hurts to say, "Okay, maybe. Why? What you got?" And it's summertime and it's dry out. He's got an old Ford pickup and it's covered up tight with a tarp. And he uncovers it. And y'all, this isn't just a generator. This is a generator welder combo. Like the thing is 5 or 6 feet long. Like this thing I could fire up and run my entire house on and still fabricate. Meth. Unfortunately, it would be better if it was math, Lars. Good to see you, Lars. And so and it's a big Lincoln welder generator combo. Like this thing's a skookum unit. And I look at this and the paint's shiny on it and it looks pretty new. And I'm like, "What do you want for it?" And he's like, $500 right now. And I went, "Nope, not interested. You can leave. You can leave now. I don't want anything to do with that." That thing was hotter than a $10 pistol. Walked out of the Home Depot with it, yeah. Any hot ladies in here? Oops, shouldn't probably be talking like that. Yeah, I'm not a hot lady, Braden. Yeah, there is. There's Faith. You know what? Things are really going well up here right now, Lars. I'm proud to say. The chumps didn't even try to stop me. Years ago, there used to be a Kmart right on the edge of the hood, up in Grand Rapids area. And my mom tells me horror stories about that place at the Kmart. Thieves would walk right into the store, grab a brand new TV off the shelf, put it over their shoulder, and walk out the front door. And no one would stop them. It just the absolute brass they'd have to do that just blows me away. Middle of the day, customers in the store, they don't care. Walk right out the door. Mathematics, higher learning from drug infusion. Yep, I'm only hot for Braden. Nice, Faith. Mesothelioma. Are you coming to hang out at the indie swap meet? You know, I've been thinking about it, and weather permitting, we'll see. I might go see if I can't get someone to keep me go along with me because it's kind of a long drive to be by yourself. Right on, you're making me laugh. The Camp Lejeune. How far away is Indy from me? 4 or 5 hours. Yeah, yeah. Indianapolis is 4 or 5 hours away. Went to the Nards last week. I'm at Menards for a sheet of copper. And after I got the copper, I walked around the store to look around some, and loss prevention monkeys were all over me. Oh, yes. Yes. Kim's welding, and I'm looking away. Buff, look at the pretty blue light. It's pretty. Look at it. Yeah. Then your eyes will feel like you threw hot sand in them. for a while. Well, we'll see, Ken. Maybe I'll go, maybe not. That's this weekend. We'll see how things go. Maybe. Not saying yes. I'm not saying no. I want to go check it out. It sounds cool as frig. 7 or 8 mile. Yeah. What you're talking about is in Detroit, there are mile streets. There's a thing. It's kind of shaped like a wagon wheel. There's a statue in the middle of it, and it's kind of octagon shaped. And then if you actually look at the map, you have Gratiot and Van Dyke and all sorts of other streets that go radiate out from that wagon wheel. And then there's 1 mile, 2 mile, 3 mile, 4 mile from there, and then 5 mile, 6 mile, 7 mile, 8 mile, and then it's like from one like zero from that centerpiece to 7 miles is nice neighborhoods and nice homes and everything. And then once you literally you cross over 8 mile going outward, that's when you start to notice that the neighborhood has changed. It literally is. There's a big difference. But there's a lot of Detroit neighborhoods that are just gone. A friend of mine grew up in Detroit in the 50s, and he was back. Um, oh, not anymore. Um, my friend went back to just cruise around the old neighborhood just for memory's sake, and he said that his entire neighborhood is gone, absolutely gone. There, block after block after block of open blocks. There's sidewalk, there's fire hydrants, there's. Can I be a moderator for the live stream so I can help you with your live streams? Well, I don't recognize your name, but I'm not going to say no, but right now I'm not going to say yes. Hang out with us and let me get to know you a little bit, and we'll go from there. That's fair. I'm not against the idea. I just want to know you a little bit better. Ron, or wrong. What's happening? Yeah, his entire neighborhood is nothing but just open blocks. Like they were trying, I don't know if it ever got uh we got this handled so far, right, Doug? Yeah. But you know, well, I'm not saying no, I'm not saying yes, but maybe. Yeah, he said that it was just the entire everything's gone. Hit the school, everything. They were trying to get like a whole urban farming thing happening in Detroit because you got these blocks that have nothing, and they were trying to like use them to grow vegetables or something, and I don't know if that ever really took off. Can I ask where his old neighborhood was? He told me, and I don't remember, to be honest with you, old Mac. But he says his whole neighborhood was gone, empty blocks. Grids, wagon wheel. Okay. If I run into him, old Mac, I'll ask. I just remember him being really depressed, telling me that everything was gone. I think I would be too. Like the house he grew up in, everything. I haven't seen Mex in a minute. Then again, the chat is going by pretty fast. Oh my God, we got Bud the Spud. I lived in 2 houses growing up, and they both were lot 51. So that's crazy. I was talking to a pilot about your channel the other day. I tell everyone about Mex. Best way to have a potato. If you have a loaded baked potato, what are you putting on it? Oh God, sour cream, onions, chives. Yeah. Dougster, the man, the myth, the first one to interview the first unofficial running slowest monkey bike event. Thank you, Ron. Compton in LA was the craziest I've seen. The I-5 overpass is a divider. On one side, $1 million beach house. The other side's graffiti and shady shambles. Dang. Oh, she could see horse-driven carriages on Gratchit all the way up to her house. Oh, yeah. I'm not surprised. What's this I hear about slow bike? Oh, yeah. I think you know a thing or two about it there, Casey. At the second house, Don Clendon was our neighbor. He moved 350 miles to Pittsburgh, right next to Ma's parents. I wouldn't drive by the last house I owned in Rockford, Illinois in 2009. Good way to get shot. Yeah. We had a kid on a pedal bike, beat Casey, as a matter of fact. Then her neighborhood started disappearing, and I told her she waited long enough, I could see it again. It's a baseball player by the time he lived near us. Okay. Just finished my tater salad. Yum, with sour cream. Yeah. Like tater salad. Oh, it's Wendy. Hi, Wendy. We're getting the parts cool and going to the house. Or letting the parts cool. See you when we get there. Right on. What kind of tater salad? Oh, yeah. I really like the redskin tater salad. There's the monkey bike is alive and well. That's good. I should put a monkey bike together. Nah, I won't compete in the monkey bike race because that'll take away from me announcing it. Oh, well, we'll cover that another time. Should have a 1970s class all the way up to 80s class at the No Names Nationals. 70s and 80s, like for cars or people. Because I'm a 70s man. Tater salad. Are you Ron Tater Salad White? Yep, you caught me. Got a wireless mic and announce it on the fly. Do some Ron White impressions. Well, we can't smoke in the house, so I can't do a very good Ron White. But one of my favorite Ron White jokes is if you pick up a woman and if you're on the beach and you pick up a woman in a bathing suit and you hold her up to your ear, you can hear her scream. Ron White talked about his son, and his son's nickname was Poot, Poot, And at the same time, we had a blue heeler. His name was Wrangler, and we nicknamed him Poot also. Probably don't need to hold her to your ear. Yeah. Hey, what's happening, Vic? Touching the Al Gore rhythm. Oh yeah, Jeff Dunham, Jeff Foxworthy. Jeff Dunham's really funny. I guess old Ron White is on the wagon now. He don't drink no more, which is amazing. I know I have the right to remain silent. I just don't have the ability to. Junkyard, what's happening? Good to see you, my guy. Oh yeah, Dunham is so funny. God, he's so funny. What was it? The Larry the Cable Guy. He's like, I had a terrible dream last night. I dreamt I drunk the world's largest margarita. Uh, then I woke up and there was salt all over the toilet lid. Thank God I didn't eat the worm. Oh, Coperino wants a number one. Got it. uh, Ron went to Fort Hood while I was there. He was too drunk to take the stage. At least his manager thought so. He wasn't army drunk. Thanks, Coperino. I like it. It's really nice to have John Cope to be able to bounce questions off of because tonight I found out that I have an 11-inch torque converter for my transmission. I had a flex plate that I had all painted up, and Cope already told me which way to orient it. So I went to go. I was gonna get it oriented right, and then take a bit of spray paint and mark one of the tangs. So yeah, I got to be real careful with this white hat too because it's the same thing with me, Cope. I'll have this thing. I'm surprised it's still white, to be honest with you. Yes, yes, the myth of Dean Martin drinking all the time, and he really wasn't. I'm trying, Junkyard. I'm really trying. Yeah, it is actually. It's really rewarding as my transmission's coming together. Feels good to finally make some progress. Thank you, Vic. Thank you, Vic. That was a lot of fun. I'm looking forward to whatever goodies I'm going to be getting from Dan and Tracy. But don't tell me what it is. I want it to be a surprise. Dougster's been doing his transmission work with CRT parts, so he earns his right to wear it proudly. Can't officially wear my shirt until I get it off my butt and do my transmission work. You can wear it. You'll just be a poser. No, just kidding. Have you encountered any gay person, lesbian, trans? How do you feel about it? Ah, Braden, let's not talk about that stuff. I promise my niece. Oh, you must mean your niece. I'd make some cinnamon rolls for breakfast tomorrow, so I make them tonight and put them in the refrigerator so they have one breakfast lunch before school. Well, yeah, you probably, if you're making, now you just like breaking open the dough and making cinnamon rolls, or you actually making scratch made cinnamon rolls. If that's the case, then you'd make them now so they can rise, so you can pop them in the oven in the morning. You know, the smell of cinnamon, just smelling cinnamon does something good in your brain. And I don't know what it is, but just the smell of cinnamon, nonetheless, eating cinnamon. So there's a reason why when you smell fresh cinnamon rolls cooking bacon, you're like, mmm. Yeah, there's a reason for that. Tom, what's happening? New Guys Guitars here, our resident musician. And you tried the cinnamon challenge? I don't even know what the cinnamon challenge is. When I went to the tech center, I learned, I took welding while I was at the tech center. And there's all sorts of stuff. You had like computer classes, and they had a store, and also there was a cafeteria, and the cafeteria would make these. It actually had a full blown restaurant in it too, and it smells like an ironworker's shop. And they would make cinnamon rolls, and then the store would sell them. And each cinnamon roll was 8 inches across, and they had the big thick icing on them. And the cinnamon rolls were probably an inch and a half, 2 inches thick in the middle. And those things were good, and they were cheap. And I mean, it was one of those things where we'd go on break, and everyone would go to the store, and everyone bought a pop and a cinnamon roll. They were good. They were so dang good. You don't like cinnamon? Okay. Cinnamon's really good for you, though. Stuckey's pecan roll. Ooh, pecan roll. Those are good. Makes me inflate like a balloon. I wonder why. Interesting. Apple cinnamon oatmeal is pretty good. Pecan or pecan? I guess that's pecan pie, pecan. I think it's really Mohawk. I think it's potato. I really do. Tomato. I want to live with a cinnamon roll. I can be happy the rest of my life with a cinnamon roll. Dun, 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 dun. Yeah, I can see that. It's so good to be in the shop and not freezing. Amen to that. Okie dokie, Doug, I'm out. Gotta feed this angry brunette that I like. Bye, Vic. I only like banana cream oatmeal and strawberry cream oatmeal, peach cream oatmeal, and blueberry cream. His favorite kind of oatmeal. Pecan. Those cinnamon rolls sound amazing. They were, Tracy. They were. I mean, everybody. I had like 25 people in my class, and I'd say 88 to 90% of us each bought a cinnamon roll every day. They were that good. Why am I not surprised, Braden? Worked in a machine shop with a guy who moonlighted at Cinnabon. He used to bring in boxes of them. Yeah, too much of a good thing is never. It can get old fast. I just bought cinnamon at the store yesterday for cinnamon toast. Back in 8th and ninth grade, it was so bad I was in and out of school suspensions every other day. Well, geez. Think you'll like your prize, Dougster. No hints here. Good. I don't want to know. I want to be surprised. Thank you. Whatever it is, thank you. I hear you, man. Last night I had to build 4 tall pulleys for conveyor belts on the Giddy Up Quick. Even wearing a mask that's black snot for a couple days. Oh yeah, cinnamon toast is good. Never say I can. Say it like James Caan, pecan. Ah, okay. James Caan. Decided my junior year, decided to go vape in the bathroom. Let's just leave school and not have a care in the world because I was not getting in trouble. Don't know if I've ever had Cinnabon. Yes, pecan rhymes with pecan, rhymes with Stan. Still managed to pass. Yeah. It was kind of funny. I didn't really miss all that much school. I didn't skip class all that much. I did a little, but like we all did, but I didn't miss that much school like my junior and senior year. And I went out for surgery, and yeah, I sure did get a couple surprises the other day. Wendy is correct. And so my attendance report comes out, and my mom opens a letter, and she's sitting there glaring at me across the table. I walk in, and mom's glaring at me, and I'm like, what did I do? Oh, bye, Tim. Enjoy dinner. Hope it's good. And she's glaring at me. She's like, where were you doing on these days when you weren't in school? And I'm like, what are you talking about? And my mom gives me the 3rd degree, and then she was doing writing out bills too at the same time, and she was looking, and my mom always had a clipboard with a calendar on it, and she was looking at her calendar, and then all of a sudden my mom comes up to me later. She's holding her calendar clipboard thing, and she's like, I looked it all up. Those were the days that you were out sick for your surgery. She goes, I'm sorry. And I was like, okay, cool. Threw the sig button down to the cat track, grabbed it like it was a treat. Here, kitty, have a Marlboro. Kitty likes menthol. Yeah, Lady Dougster smokes. I don't smoke, but I'm really happy that we don't smoke in the house. No, 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 no. My mom's an angry German lady. I don't want to take on my mom. I've done enough of that. Hope you feel better, Faith. Hey, you got a light? Smoking kitty. It was lit. What's the worst you've ever been to somebody? What's the worst you've ever done to somebody to take advantage or to be mean? Sorry, Braden, we're not going to cover that stuff. I mean, we're all capable of being the best people, and we're also capable of being the worst people. And yeah, I've done some pretty terrible things in my life that I'm not proud of, but I don't want to air my laundry. I mean, we've all got our own crosses to bear. Watch them dance around. I always like a good piece of tape and just stick it on one of the cat's paws, so the cat will walk around normal on three legs, and then the one leg they constantly go brrr, brrr, trying to flip it off. But after a while, that only lasts so long. You just pick them up, carefully peel the tape off. I don't want to hurt the little guy. Just like farting in an elevator before you get out of it and hope that someone on the soon. And I do not apologize. Yeah, some of the old ones was like before you get off the elevator, you make sure and touch all the buttons and stuff like that. Cigarettes and hot rods are the only vices I have left. Well, the ones that aren't bolted to the bench, that is. Natural beauty. And smoking has since as 10 or so after now 60 COVID vaccine either. Dang. Crop dusting the elevations. The One of my favorite ones was some friends of mine had bought a building that was an old body shop from like the 50s, and it had a really little paint booth in it, and the fresh air vent for the paint booth was an air compressor outside of the paint booth, and it just had an air line that ran to a mask, and it had one little window that you could look in to see what was going on. And I walk in there to see what the guys are doing, and everyone's piled around the window looking. And I'm like, what's going on? They're like, oh, you're gonna need to see this. So we get to the window, we're looking in the window, and there's the guy painting the car. One of the guys walks over to it's just an air compressor. The guy walks over to the air compressor and passes gas in front of the intake on it. And then, so we look inside, and the guy's sitting there painting, and all of a sudden you see him kind of do one of these numbers. He never stopped painting, but he does one of these numbers, and all he does with his free hand is do this towards the window as he continues to paint. Oh, he was mad when he came out of there. It's funny when it doesn't happen to you. Basic training one night, I watched Private Morgan roll on his back, grab his legs, and light a fart. One good fart in an elevator shaft can get to all levels, yes. We grew up eating dirt from jumping our bicycles over rocks with a tube as the launch. Oh yeah, oh yeah. First thing I ever saw, we were in Wrigleyville putting in telecom 100 pair of cable, and this huge Samoan dude I worked with farted in the little. Get another black truck and put the DougsterMobile on it. Hey, we could do that, Mark. It's not out of the that could maybe happen. Rub it. Thing was that Private Morgan was the bottom bunk. That's funny, Dan the Man. How did the police catch the naked man breaking into Zales? They grabbed him by the jewels. Whoa! Scars equates his longevity. Ooh, I'll be alive for a long time. Heck, I got a good one just doing the valve body install the other day. I swear I saw his hair blow back. Ooh, I'm not going to say that one, Braden. What are you trying to tell me, man? Oh. Don't be a puss, Dougster. That won't scat. All right. Hit the mute button. Ah, now we're back. I now pour the water in the jug. Moment of silence for the Doug water break. One time in 8th grade, I was maybe a quarter awake at 0600 and had to fart, so I let her rip, and it was so loud it woke me up all the way up. I asked my parents if they heard it later on. In my head, I still heard glug, 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 glug. Oh, wet nose. The Dougster is back here. He definitely got pink eye. Stink eye. Got the brown eye, stink eye, brown eye. It's all the same. Stink eye, the pirate. Arr. Now remember, what's a pirate's favorite letter? Well, it used to be R, you're right, but now it's the C. You and your mom are fighting again over something dumb? Well, don't fight over dumb stuff. He asked me how I could tell them apart. It was easy. Mary painted her fingernails purple, and Bob. That was funny. Yeah. The brown eye was whispering to him. Well, back to my power chair. Guess that would make me a chairman. Yes. Wow, that's a lot of any burger. My friends, when they do their venison burger, they usually buy pork steaks and grind up pork steaks to add the fat to their venison burger. Remember, chocolate starfish. Bye, Kevin. Take care. What's happening? Unknown. Side note, Doug, no to new mods. I looked. Okay, no to new mods. Fair enough. Where am I from? I am from Michigan, USA. What happens when your mom makes promises to you, then breaks the promises? Well, that's not cool. You know, it should be say what you do what you say. State, county, municipal offender data system, SCMODs. It's not good. You know, when the sun goes down, all a person has is their word, and if that isn't good, then what is? Like, even though handshake deal is kind of thing of the past, I still have a little faith in it. You know, I'd like to say that you shake on it, you make a deal and you stick to it. Fin. It's usually like in French films. That's like the end. My son deals with that a lot. That's too bad, Tom. That's really too bad. If a cop pulls me over, I would never remember that acronym. My mom promised to take me to the doctor tomorrow because I have an appointment tomorrow morning. Now she tells me that she can't take me. Well, okay. I mix it with rice, onion soup mix, and eggs and regular hamburger. Total was 126 pounds. Good Lord. State, county, municipal offender data system. Everyone, make sure to smash that like button. Yes, please. Please do. Please do. Hey, Tom, tell your brother Dan, oh, I said hi. Come to think of it, I haven't talked to him in forever and a day. 126 pounds, that's a lot of burger. The Blues Brothers is an awesome movie. Last time I watched The Blues Brothers, I was in the yard of Old Joliet Prison watching it on a big screen. It was awesome. There's a train yard. You can hear it um, from the prison, and that was pretty cool. Listening to the train yard do that switching and working um and stuff. So yeah, that was pretty cool. And me and Cope rode in our friend Tony's Bluesmobile, and we got to go in to the prison, inside the prison yard, because they had a car show for the Bluesmobiles and stuff. And you know the scene in the movie where the guard pulls the thing back, looks inside, and closes it? That's the gate that we drove through in and out with um with the Bluesmobile. That was way cool. Cinemax, Sin and Sax? No, 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 no. It's Skinamax. Get it right. I don't know if they're gonna do it again because that was like an anniversary thing. I think it was like a 35th or 45th anniversary thing. I think it was a 45th anniversary thing. But you can go up and tour the prison, Mean Street Mopar, and that's pretty cool. Strategically transporting equipment to another location. Oh, that's so funny. I've never heard that one before. Where art thou, Joliet? Joliet, Illinois. Yeah. Strategically transporting equipment to another location. That's so funny. Yeah, Old Joliet Prison's actually pretty cool. And you get to walk around the whole grounds. You get to go inside the actual prison itself, look at old cells, and see the cafeteria and see the powerhouse. The powerhouse is cool. You get to see just it's neat. Then smacking paddywhack and walking the street. Got the rotted Chevy. Now I'm back on my feet. Got the EMHO Woody and hey, ready, yeah. Keeping it safe, sex. I thought Kiss was keep it simple, stupid. Do they let you? Nope. Nope. I don't even think you can get up in the guard towers. One of Tyler's best is peeling off my boots and chaps. I'm saddle sore. 2 bits gets you time in the rack. I scream for more. I'm headed out, Dougster and friends. Glad to be part of the giggles. Sleep well. Offer the same opportunity to the world around us. Bye, Ron. Nice hanging out with you. Nope. See you on Thursday, Ron. Yes. I think my favorite joke that I came up with last week was the shorthand joke that I made. That one I just dreamt up. A lot of other ones are just recycled jokes that I know the punchlines to. But yeah, the eat your fingers off, the shorthand joke, I totally come up with that one by myself. My name is Nobody. Funny movie. Can't place it. My name is Nobody. Speaking of funny movies, I'm really looking forward to the new Spaceballs sequel. That's going to be funny. It's Mel Brooks. It's going to be funny. It's going to be funny. Thank you. As a matter of fact, one of my coworkers, who's a big movie buff, was talking about the Naked Gun movie with I just forgot his name. I have a man of certain skills, and I will find you and I will hunt you down. And he anyways, he's like the jokes in that one is just funny. Yeah, Mel Brooks is in like his late 90s. Yeah, it has to be funny. Yes. Mel Brooks is a comedic genius. Liam Neeson. Thank you. Liam Neeson. Yeah, Mel Brooks is a genius. Yes. One of my favorite lines in Spaceballs is Yogurt the Great, Yogurt the All Powerful, Yogurt the Magnificent. Guys, I'm just plain yogurt. The other one, so what do you do down here, Yogurt? Merchandising. Merchandising? Merchandising. Open it up. Spaceballs the breakfast cereal. Spaceballs the t-shirt. Spaceballs the flamethrower. The kids love this one. And my favorite, Spaceballs the doll. But Mel didn't have much to do with that one. Yes. Use the Schwartz, Lone Star. Use the Schwartz. Have to push the merch. Yeah. Can you tie him in a knot? Can you tie him in a bow? I want us to watch Blazing Saddles and Spaceballs for our movie night. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. History of the World is pretty good. The Inquisition, we want to make them Christian. Oh, Danster, you have a homework assignment. You need to watch Spaceballs. I can quote that movie all day. What's the matter, Colonel Sanders? Chicken? Meatballs either? Prepare ship for ludicrous speed. Ludicrous speed. Buckle your seatbelt, sir. I'll buckle this. Wendy. They've gone to plaid. What have I done? My brains are getting sucked into my feet. Stop this thing. We can't stop it. We have to slow down. Bullshit. I order you stop this thing. I'm here to offer you the key to the city and a hearty handshake to our new. I still love it that Lone Star 1 is a Winnebago. Look, Lone Star, liquid Schwartz. I said fire shot across her nose, not up it. Who did that? I'm sorry, sir. I'm doing the best I can. Who is that? That's Private Asshole. That's an asshole, sir. I know he is. What's his name? Want a bango? All right. No, we have the space herpes. Tango. Well, two guys from my high school died in Vietnam. Was named Gary Utz. Huh. We're all assholes, sir. I'm surrounded by assholes. I knew it. I'm surrounded by assholes. Yo! Keep firing, assholes. What's your name? Barf. Not in this thing. It's a Mercedes. why is all this? Why is all this churning and bubbling? That's because this is Mr. Coffee. Good. I always like having coffee when I watch Radar. Where's Mr. Radar? Here, sir, Mr. Radar. Less than 2 weeks from coming home. Damn, that's sad. R.I.P. John Candy, for sure. For sure. God, he was so funny. Oh, fun fact. Do you know that Mel Brooks got Rick Moranis to come out of retirement to play in the new Spaceballs movie? That's huge. Because Rick Moranis has been yeah, I was extremely bummed when John Candy passed also. Planes, trains, and automobiles. Oh my God, that's so funny. Yes, he was a very much an awesome actor. Oh God. I don't know who's gonna play Barf. Um I miss George Carlin also. George Carlin was actually a very, very, very intelligent man. What I liked about him is um he would write his skit and then sit on his couch and he'd keep running over it and over it and over it again. Because if you ever noticed when yeah, he's gonna be playing Dark Helmet again, I think. Class of 57. Oh, no kidding. And Carlin would run it over and over and over, just sitting on his couch. And then, so when Carlin would do his skit, his thing, it sounded like, even though it was rehearsed and well written and everything, but it sounded like it was just something that he just come up with off the cuff and was just talking about. But no, it was well written, and it's a Thanksgiving tradition at our house instead of watching the Lions get beat again. No, I'm a Lions fan. I always got to watch my Lions. I root for my Lions and I root against the Cowboys because I hate the Cowboys. I'll sleep, the hippy dippy weatherman. Man, tonight's forecast dark. Temperature at the airport 67. I don't know why it's so hot at the airport. It's freezing over here. I like me. My wife likes me. You know, I do talk too much, but I also listen too much. Do you have roaches? Well, call Miller Pest Improvement. We'll get rid of your bugs and smoke your roaches. Ah! I was in jail. I met a guy named Brian, and everybody called him Hillbilly Brian. Funny part is when I told him and we got Kool-Aid from the canteen. A Christmas Story or Miracle on 34th Street? It's a Wonderful Life. Snort some Kool-Aid. I don't think he was actually going to do. He actually snorted Kool-Aid powder in jail. Elf. Hey, what's happening, Ford Rules? Good to see ya. Thanks for stopping in. Yes, Die Hard is a Christmas movie. I know you're right. I know you're right. Oh, Lampoon's Christmas Vacation. Oh, yeah. Where's my stogies? Not for consent? Huh. Oh, notifying is not consistent. Gotcha. Gotcha. The great outdoors. Oh, yeah. Well, that's no good, Ford rules. You being a Ford guy, Ford rules. Well, Danny Boyd, he's also a Ford guy. One of the other Ford guys, Landon Custom Classics, he's got a early 60s, I think it's a 63 or a 64 Thunderbird that he just swapped a 429 into. So that thing's going to be uh an absolute animal. Open season? Yes, I remember open season. 62. Thanks, cousin Mike. Where's the tinsel? Mr. Hanson. Where's the Tylenol? Landon, that our cousin Mike, that has the wraparound back seat in it, doesn't it? Yeah, that's a wraparound back seat car. I like the color of that. I'm excited that you got that Q piece for it. Did you get or any luck on the trim spears? So I'm only autistic at night. uh, Down by the river. Oh, 60 is the wraparound. Okay. Still needs side chrome. Well, when the weather gets better, we'll probably go out to the top secret junkyard and I'll keep my eyes peeled in the Ford section for you. I'd love to provide you something to get your car all right. That'd be great. Dragon tails? Maybe. Bear and a rabbit were pooping in the woods together. The bear asked, "Have you ever had a problem with poop sticking to your fur?" The rabbit said, "Oh yeah, yeah." Oh yeah. When I was a kid, the first time that our family went to, we were actually really young when we went to Cedar Point, which is in Ohio. It's like Six Flags or Kings Island, stuff like that. And we went to Cedar Point, and they had a big display, a big interactive thing for kids of the Berenstein Bears. It was like walking through their house and stuff like that. It was neat. With 429. Oh wow. Danster. A friend of mine had a bunch of things hung up in the just as you walked into the door of his shop, and one of them was a sign that said, "Getting stuff done around here is like mating elephants. It's done at a high level. It requires a lot of grunting and screaming, and it takes 6 to 9 months to get results." Berenstain Bears? Okay. Well, there's a law office up here that's Bernstein. I guess that's why I keep saying it wrong. Berenstain Bears. What's the best fair food you've ever had? All of it. It's all horrible for you, but it's good, but expensive. Short deck 429, best block in my opinion. The short 460 being number 2. The 460's heads are unbelievably huge, chunky, and heavy. I became kind of a little bit of I learned a little bit of Ford. A friend of mine, some friends of mine are Ford guys. And we're just all gearheads, so, it's universal code, gearhead. And I'm helping my friend move some Ford parts around in his shop, and I moved some 460 heads around. And I'm used to like big block Chrysler heads, and I'll tell you what, those 460 heads had big block Chrysler heads out in the cold. That thing was bigger, wider, longer, heavier, cast iron 460 heads. Were heavy as frig. Little Bill. Oh, Yo Gabba Gabba. My nephew loved Yo Gabba Gabba when he was young. He loved Yo Gabba Gabba. Mandela effect. Changes from Bernstein to Bernstein and back again. Weird stuff. Yeah. Crap. Okay. Unfortunately, I got to pull the plug on tonight's fun. Even though all 22 of us are having ourselves a really good time, I got to be responsible and stuff and get ready to go to bed. So, thanks for coming and hanging out with me, everyone. As always a good time. Let's be like the Beach Boys and let's get together and do it again. Be here next Monday, same Dougster time, same Dougster channel. Bye, everyone.